Hey everybody, my name's Redfern. I'm a new streamer, kind of going at this again and seeing what we can get accomplished here. Um, I'm just trying to have some fun, and we'll see how it goes. I noticed that there was a delay and stuff, so I've tried to address that. And if you see something on the stream that's not right, please let me know, um, and I'll try to address it. You'll notice that even if I have 0 viewers in my stream, even if I'm streaming to 0 people, I'm going to react as if I'm streaming to a lot of people. And that's because I just want to have fun. And I'm not really pushing for anything particular. When the video's all finished, things are all done, I'm gonna upload it into YouTube. So ultimately I'm just trying to have a good time. I am going to be playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous today. We will be making a new character. Some things that you should know before we get started. I do have a foul mouth, but I'm going to try to keep that down. Um, Nobody wants to hear somebody sitting here screaming at the top of their lungs, and so I'm going to try to keep that kind of stuff down. But be aware, I smoke. You shouldn't smoke. It's bad. Don't do it. Um, and really, I'm not very good at the game. I have a build that I want to try, and your feedback is welcome. I welcome back seating. If you have some advice or you see that I'm missing something, by all means let me know. I want to hear that. So recently they came out with patch 1.0.3c, and I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but this is a big deal. They've got a lot of stuff that they went and fixed, and a lot of this that I'm noticing when I'm looking through it now, that a lot of it's late game, which I know a lot of people were flipping out about. There were a lot of issues in late game. They fixed some class mechanics. They fixed the Crusades a little bit. Um, so they fixed some turn-based stuff. They fixed some more items. Uh, Interface. I haven't messed with this. I don't know what to expect, but I'm kind of excited to see, what they fixed and how it works. So with all that done, nobody wants to sit here and listen to chat. Let's jump into the game and create our new character. I actually have a little list here because I thought about this character. I was going to build it on stream, but I've been having so much trouble. Ooh, look, see what I mean? These little mistakes. I've been having so much trouble with my stream, and I've been trying to get so much done. It's kind of like overwhelming, right? I mean, I knew nothing. I didn't even know what ASMR was. I knew nothing about Twitch streaming. And I'm an older guy. I call myself an old guy because I'm in my 40s. It's not super old, but it's not super young either. And I've been learning and studying and just grinding this information, and it started to get overwhelming. So I figured, you know what? Let's stop here. Let's just go streaming. Let's have some fun. And sure enough, my stream was just totaled. So I had to go back through it and do it again. And here we are a couple days later, and I'm gonna give this another shot. So I don't know what I should be expecting here and what I shouldn't be expecting, but we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to work better this time. We've got some great upgrades. I got a new microphone. I've got a new web camera coming. I've got a new internet speed coming. I've got all these things coming because this is fun. I want to do this, and I'm gonna have fun doing this. I'm not doing it for an objective. If I get affiliate, great, but that's not my goal, right? I'm here for fun. I'm here to have some fun and really just enjoy myself and see how things go. So let's do this. Let's jump into it. Um. So yeah, right away, right? We've got this. Let's move that out of the way a little bit. We'll turn this on. So I think we'll just play in normal mode because I have only ever made it to chapter 3 or act 3, and I've always ended up restarting. I've got like 100 hours in this game and I've never made it past act 3. I am going to kind of push through a few things, but I think normal is good to go, and we'll try harder after we get done with the normal, right? We'll try getting a little harder. I downloaded a pack of images, 2 of them in fact, for just this reason. I didn't like the defaults. I mean, if you've seen them, they're nice. There's some nice ones. There's just not many of them, right? And I have this concept in mind for a character. So the character that I'm thinking about, let's see if I can find him. Yeah, there he is. The character that I'm thinking about is a character that's going to be slightly altered. It's from a streamer I watched. His name is Bolshy Plays, I think he is. He created this concept. I liked the concept. I didn't like what he did with the build all the way, but the overall flow of it was pretty good. So I'm going to be playing a Oracle, who's an ASMR, and we're going to go Mythic Angel all the way. It's going to be cool. Let's see how it goes. We're just going to play a normal Oracle. We'll go with an Aasimar, Angelkin. This is going to give us the strength and the charisma, which are the 2 primary focuses of this particular build. We'll go with that. This one is interesting. I found a kind of a background that worked, and I forgot what it was. Right? So, let's see. There's a proficiency one that'll give us some bonuses to. There's one that gives us some bonuses, and we're going to be focusing on a greatsword. So if we can find one that gives us even a little boost to that would be great. Right, here we go. This is the one that I found, actually. The leader adds persuade to their skills, and then they also get weapon proficiencies in these weapons. We're going to be focused on a greatsword, so that's going to give us a +1 competence bonus. We already have persuasion, so that's going to give us a +1 competence bonus in those 2 fields. And so yeah, we might as well get the bonuses while we can. Okay, stat-wise, we want to go 19. Strength is going to be our primary focus on this build. We'll take 12 for our con. We'll go with 18 on our charisma, because that's going to be our spells. And we'll have a lot of spells. Turns out pretty good. Now, in the build, this is one of the areas that we disagreed with. In the build, he took mobility, but I'm going to be wearing heavy armor. So it's like an instant -6 on mobility to begin with. I don't understand why we're pumping so hard to get that skill up. So I'm going to substitute that skill for Knowledge Arcana. And that's because I like to be able to identify the items that I'm picking up. And I think maybe we'll go with athletics here, or religion. Maybe we should go with religion, because we are religion. Oh, that's based on some fine skills. I think athletics. I think we'll go with athletics. Well, we're not proficient in it. Kind of one of those things. We could go with nature and get the cure disease, but I'm kind of thinking that we're not going to need because you already kind of get it. Let's go with religion. Let's just go with religion. I'm gonna divine scrolls and scribing and. For our first feat, we're definitely going to want power attack. And then in here, the way I understood it is a wolf scar face is kind of like this is your curse, and this is kind of like the easiest curse to deal with. But the one that I'm particularly fond of, he used also, which is lame. You move a little slower, but you become immune to the fatigue uh, condition at level 5. Your speed is never reduced by armor at level 10, and at level 15, you're immune to exhaustion. It's just an overall, it feels right. Your guy's old, you know, he's this old oracle, and he didn't choose to be an oracle. You know, he didn't choose to have these divine powers. Everything was kind of forced on him, and he's you know, he's just, it makes sense. You know, he's this old grumpy guy. Is kind of what we're going for. Here, we're gonna go with battle. We're upfront fighter kind of person, so, and this is gonna give us a lot of spells to help with that. Here we're gonna go with weapon master. I believe it's not weapon. Skillet arms. We're gonna go with skillet arms. That gives us our weapon proficiencies and our heavy armor. Cure spells, it's given, so we don't have to get any cure spells. I typically play a sorcerer of some kind, and I really want to do a dark lich kind of playthrough, but yeah, I don't know. I like to play the Sylvan, the Conjurer. Have a lot of fun with it. So, spell-wise, I think we're going to go with Divine Favor. And we get one more. And I think we'll take Shield of Fate. And then here, I don't think it matters too much, but we'll go with a Modi. However you say the name, I can't. We're gonna be lawful good for sure. All right. I forgot to turn my dude, my character into a dude. Okay. I think we'll go with long hair. No beard. I'm a bit dark in the hair. And get rid of those golden lips. Those once golden lips. I don't know why they do this particular upfront thing anyways, because you can't get close to it. All right. Let's go with wise. We'll go with wise. There's Grumpy. What's he sound?
Damn it all. Don't know, don't care. That's what you get.
Sounds like a dwarf, right? I don't want to play dwarf. Don't smoke. Let's do Redfern. 3-1.
I'll need to review this spell later.
So there's kind of an overview. That's what we're gonna play. Let's give it a shot. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to switch over my scene tab. See what I mean? Man, that is crazy.
Hey, somebody.
Oh.
Make room, everyone. Step back. Demons, prelate. Walls, you say?
Oh, so I'm gonna skip through some of this text. I've seen it so many times, and I can kind of give an overview of what's happening, but I'm sure you've seen it already. Um, but yeah, if you want to know something, let me know. Uh,
Prelate, I'll get her.
Be quick about it before it's too late.
you're basically wounded. You come into town. This guy is Halrun is come up to figure out what's going on with you. We'll say we're a crusader, fight demons. Gonna piss him off, but whatever. I can't believe I did the just chatting for 15 minutes. That's what I mean. There's so many things. No? But what can you do?
I do not know yet. Certainly. But do not be discouraged.
So when I first started, let's get rid of that helmet. I don't get the helmet thing. When I first started to play this, I spent like a good 15 minutes here looking around and stuff like that, trying to figure out what I was supposed to do. And yeah, there is one kind of cool thing. You can find almost everybody you're going to travel with here. Like Camilla is right there. So you can find almost everybody that you're going to interact with at some point here. Then you go over to this one. Same thing. You use it, and then it starts this unskippable scene. I really wish they made this scene. That's one of the updates I'd like to see, is that they make this scene skippable, because anybody that plays the game is going to restart it at least 15 times. And I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I'm thinking it's working all right, but we'll see how it goes. If there's a problem, definitely type in chat. Let me know so I can correct it. If you have some advice, or you have, wow, that's really loud. Holy cow. If you have advice, back seat all the way. I'm totally willing to listen to advice and so forth. I'm still new to the game. I played it up to chapter 3, but I missed a lot of stuff and whatnot. She was such a cool character, and I know you start to find out more about her, but dude, to just die instantly is just like, come on, man. She was so badass. So I don't know, And you're supposed to know who this guy is, but I don't know him, and I don't think you ever see him again, but who knows. We'll fight the demon. I've never actually run from this fight before. I do like how, as you get further in, you start finding out that there's all this stuff going on behind the scenes, right? There's just a ton of stuff going on behind the scenes, which is really cool. I like it a lot. And you have to admit, you guys got to have some balls on him, right? He's taking a crossbow to a demon that just chopped the head off a dragon. He's got to have some balls on him. Don't smoke. It's real bad for you. Okay. So here we are in the starter cave. And this spot right here, if we took athletics, we'd probably have a greater chance. Avita's trying to. She got stuck under some rocks, and Sela is trying to pull her out, and you kind of stumble across them, and then you get this. I've never done evil. When we play the Lich playthrough on a harder difficulty, we are totally doing evil stuff. But I think we don't have knowledge for world. We don't have any of these. Let's go with athletics. We've got some strength that might benefit us. We got it. You can hear that. If you listen, you can hear the scribble, and that pretty much gives it away, right? You know that you got it. So that's good.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Well, I'm Sela.
And again, I'm only skipping these things because I've been through it quite a bit. I know there are other streamers and stuff that are gonna read all this stuff and go through it real detailed. That ain't me. Not until I get to an area that's gonna be a little, you know, a little more new to me. I've done this 100 hours worth of times, you know, so it's I don't know. I'm not great at the communication thing. Just bear with me while I figure this all out. Sela is a paladin. Makes for a pretty decent tank. We're gonna switch over here. Between the two of us, we can usually hold the front line pretty well. And then there's some weapons up this way. Not the weapon we want, but close enough. You'll notice one of the things I tend to do is take everything. I know you're not supposed to, but remember, at 5th level, we can't be fatigued. And at these early levels, that amount of gold, it might seem minuscule, but it really starts to add up pretty quickly. And so I try to take everything. Everything I can. Unless I'm playing a super weak character, you know, if I can afford to take it, I definitely will. Camilla is probably my second favorite character, but I heard she gets a little weird later in the stream. Or, I mean, later in the game. And so, we'll see how that goes. But she's definitely really cool. She's got a lot of cool abilities. The first thing they're doing is saying, you know, heal herself. Let's set this up. I tend to put my stuff off to the sides. So I like my healing spells to be over here real quick. Usually I'll put bless and stuff up in this area. And then up here you've got your dismissive spell. And that's kind of like, I like pit. So if you drop a pit or something like that, and then the enemies are gone, then you can click the dismiss the spell.
No reason to pause.
Don't need... we'll leave that for what...
I'm up for an adventure.
And then you have a halo. You also have restoration. Or... So many tutorials. They're good though. I mean, if you haven't played the game, the tutorial's really good. They're really clear on how to do things. We're just gonna take everything. Can't really use anything right now. Nothing's gonna really help us. If you hold tab, you can highlight things in the area. I understand if we play on a higher difficulty, normal weapons don't hurt worms, and that's going to be hard. That'll be hard.
There are many roads to success.
The heartbeat quickens.
No mercy for the wicked.
I know I'm supposed to be super interactive and talk about stuff and just, oh my gosh, it's just so hard. There's so much to learn about this streaming. That's why I call myself the old guy. There's so much information to take in. It can be really overwhelming. And then we're going to come up on this area. You know, one of the spells that I like. Ooh, she got tagged hard. During these lower levels, one of the spells I like, and I'll remove it soon, is Guidance, that +1 competence. It does really well for searching for things. And if you keep this up, you'll notice it'll flash with failed checks and stuff. That's how you can really check if you've missed something. We did miss. Go back and get it. We missed the... right? We did miss it. Sure we missed it. Sorry. I'm pretty sure we missed this, the 2 small earth elementals, right? Sure we missed those guys. Or maybe we haven't gotten that far yet, and I'm just thinking too far ahead. Yeah. So because we're playing a good playthrough, we'll use Lan. Lan's kind of cool. He's a little annoying because he's so good. He's just so friendly and good intentioned. And I would rather use Wandalog. I heard that she's really good. I've never used her before. And this is where you find out who these people are. They are mongrels. And they came from the First Crusade. And because they've been down here so long, they've kind of got corrupted. And Alright. This is the hidden objects I was talking about, where we can use guidance. She has the best perception, which isn't great, but better than everybody else's. You'll notice when I use guidance, it's gone up to 6. So that's what we're gunning for.
Now what is that?
And there's just a lot of these little things around here. So there is a thing that a lot of people don't know or notice or care about, I guess. You can learn skills from books. They're not great. They're not super powerful. But it's a skill. So learn it from books. I think we already found one of those books. So we'll find a book here shortly. Or at least I did on the last time we attempted. This is the start of your adventure. So how it works out is you kind of reach in there and you grab this mythical soul-like sword. And you have this vision of an angel who's all beat to hell, and he's dealing with all this stuff. You can heal the chick, and then you've got your willpower, which we've got a +4, or arcana, which we've got a +4. So we're proficient in arcane. We'll go with that one. After that, it's, what's your goal with this power? And it'll be to punish, because we're lawful good. We're going to punish the evildoer. They see that you glow, they run over. Kind of one of those, what the hell just happened to you? Sort of thing. Then you tell them that you saw the vision, the dying girl, that you saw the vision, it was of Ariel, or whatever the angel's Ariel. And this is your first step on the mythic path. Now, each of these mythic paths have their own line, and we won't be gunning for a whole bunch of them. But you can totally unlock all of them. This one starts Angel. The other easy one to unlock is Demon. Get that later. And then, you know, you get the Lich and stuff like that. Late game, there's Swarm and Devil and stuff, and Demon and Devil are not the same. So,
I am helpful, am I not? Let me draw the first
oh,
blood.
right, we got Lan and... Lan is a Zen archer, and he's really not bad at all. And Wendeleg is a fighter archer, and she's pretty good too. I heard she's actually better than Lan. We'll see. The strategy that I use here is she is a mid-ranged fighter. She'll start in the middle, cast her spells, and run up and attack. She's very fast, uses a rapier. I usually keep Lan and any other archers in the middle, off to the sides, so that they can come at him from a side, and then I keep my casters in the back. Don't think we have anything of use, guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, he can use these bracers. We can't use the bracers of +1. If we put them on ourselves, it's going to conflict with our armor, I believe. So, but he doesn't have any. He won't get any armor for a while, so we'll toss those.
Keep your calm.
And there's the area that I went looking for a little earlier. Right here.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
The beginning of this is really just an intro to introduce you to different styles of fighting, the strength and stuff. You really don't have to worry about much. Oh, unless you get totally smashed. One-shotted, man. One shot. That was harsh. To show 10 points of damage right off the bat. Dang.
Never stop learning.
Spoke too soon.
I sense something.
Right when I say you don't have to worry about getting one shot or overwhelmed, boom. And that's on normal. I can't even imagine how hard this game would be on higher difficulties. I know there are some experts out there that play on unfair and stuff like that, but even they warn it's all about reloading, playing again and reloading. So there is a trick to the reloading and stuff like that. I don't know why more people don't use it, but if you push F5, you will do a quick save like that. And then if you push F8, you'll do a quick load. And so you don't have to go through the menus and stuff like that. It's just click, and you're loaded in. I cannot count the number of people I've seen that don't do that, and I don't know why they go through all the menus and stuff. What happened? Did I crash? Oh my gosh, the game crashed. How is that even possible? Oh man. Alright, give me just a sec, I'll be right back. Sorry guys. Alright, so the game didn't crash. I guess it just lagged for a second. I'm not sure why it lagged. I do have all my settings set pretty high, but I should be more than capable of running everything I'm running. We'll keep going. If it happens again, we'll adjust some settings. But I don't want to think too much about that. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we'll mess with it. Kind of one of the problems with being a new streamer, right? You're gonna run into issues. You're gonna run into things that you don't know that are just gonna happen. Mistakes. There's our great sword. So that's our focus, is our great sword. We're definitely gonna be a two-handed wielder for the great sword. It matches our photo. We've got the sword right there. So we're definitely doing the great sword all the way. But yeah, I mean, as a new streamer, I'm gonna make mistakes, and things are gonna happen. I'm not gonna understand them, so I'm kind of prepared for that. I've prepped as best I can prep. I've gotten things good. It'll get better over time, but this isn't really about growing your stream and, you know, doing the best that you can do and stuff like that. I'm providing the best content that I can provide for what I have and my limits, but I'm doing this because it's fun. I'm just having fun, and I'm sitting around anyways, so I might as well do the best job that I can do. And if that comes with stuff, great. If not, that's okay too. I'm not really, it's like my YouTube channel. I hope things go well, but there's no push here. I'm just trying to provide the best content I can. So this whole conversation that just took place, since I'm skipping through it, is this conversation was Wendalug, who's, I'll show you, she's evil. She basically said, don't show the chief the light, right? And your character's like, you know, Lance says we should show him, and like, don't do it. So that's how that works. And right along. Everybody's tired for some reason. We just need to go up here, and then we'll go around and we'll grab all this stuff. Don't smoke, it's real bad for you. I roll mine because even though I'm a smoker, which you should not be, I still can't handle a regular cigarette. It makes me gag, cough, just get sick. It's no good for any. Okay, so in this situation, you can ask a couple of questions. You know, is somebody else from the surface here? Will you guys help us? And then you can either go with your chaotic, doesn't make, and that'll keep Windelig with you, or you can go with lawful, which we're gonna do, and show the light. Kind of one of these things. We have the blessings of the angels. We can do it. Let's go to the maze. The maze is this area that's going to take us back to the surface. These guys have been kind of scared to go into it. So we just leveled up. Let's do that. Our second level on this particular build is not very eventful. There's nothing really special about it. We're just going to amp up our numbers here. We get enlarged person. We're done. Then we've got our paladin, same thing. She gets laying on hands and divine grace. I'm going to let this one go auto, but eventually I will stop her from autoing leveling. Milla, she's a spirit hunter. That's kind of like a rogue and a magic user mixed with some hexes and stuff like that. We're going to let her auto level on this one as well. Gets ice plant. There are some other really good hexes here, but ice plant gives her +2 to natural armor, and then there's a ring that you get pretty quickly that will also increase that particular hex. Lan, I let auto level for a while. They did a pretty good job building him out. Yeah, we just let him go. Wandalog doesn't matter. She's gonna bounce. Not gonna stick around. She's mad at us. So as I said, a lot of people, you don't need this stuff that I'm running around and collecting. It's not worth a lot. It's worth like 50, 60 gold total, I think.
Keep your calm.
This guy is cool. He's got a cool story that plays into it later on. What he's doing right now is just asking us to take him to the surface with us. I think he would come even if we said no. But that's what this conversation. Take me with you. Then he says he'll pay us, and we can ask for more, and we're totally going. And we failed. Dang it. Don't smoke. You can clearly see it's messing me up. That's too bad. That was an extra grand that we would have got at the beginning of the game. I suppose it's not going to matter that much, but I like to buy things. So there's a dude that's going to call us out to shop, but we're going to skip right past him for a minute. We'll come back after we grab this stuff in the back.
There are many roads to success.
I suppose I could turn the tutorials off, but they may have something that I don't know later in the game, so that's why I haven't turned. Like I said, I have not played the game. I've not beaten the game. I've played the game till about chapter 3, and I missed a lot of stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of skimmed through it. I really enjoyed the character creation, and every time I made a character, I'd get kind of far into the game, and then it was like, I got to start over. I don't like this character. So this is kind of one of those things where you're just asking him, who are you? Why are you so eager for us to trade with you? Trade. Bulk selling gets rid of all the junk, so you don't have to worry about that, and then you can go through and get rid of the rest of it. It's all junk. Just weighing us down. That's it. Your first thing. There is a scroll I do not use, which is scroll of inflict wounds. Any of those, I don't use them. These you need. So if you didn't know, you can get a couple more, I believe, but you need these to get the Mythic Path Dragon. So you need at least one of them, if I'm not mistaken. But they can bring somebody back to life. He does not have, if I'm remembering correctly, they don't have any. These quiver could work. We could fight any. I don't think we do. So let's not do that. We don't fight him until later. No, let's do it. 200 is good. It gets way higher than... Oh, he's giving us a discount. No, he's not. Alright. So let's put those on plan. That's it. Oh, rest. We'll lose Windalog. Pissed off at us. And she's upset with us because she was like, don't show them the light. And we're like, this is the part where he's saying, now that we've shown the light, everybody's gone to the maze. They're calling all the tribes. And this is one of the things I want to do, but, like the first thing I wake up in the morning and I see your hideous face, it's not the best way to start my day. You just want to say these things, but, we're playing lawful good, so we won't, but... I know that if you really are bad with your companions, they'll bounce. So, and I know that if you play the swarm, that's kind of like going solo. They will leave. If you play the end game swarm, a lot of people bounce. They just take off. They're like, you're freaking crazy. We're not dealing with you. And I also believe if you play the Lich, a few of your companions will take off as well. But that's okay because if you play the Lich, you get 2 companions that you cannot. Well, you can get one of them. You get a couple more companions if you play the Lich, and you can get them if you follow a certain path and do a certain thing. I've never been able to do it. I think you have to be Aeon, and I keep confusing it for Angel.
Save the last one for me.
So. We're just running up here. They're going to have a little thing where they're saying we got to go in, and everybody's, oh, nobody's here yet. And it goes on. We don't get to really interact with it. Spacebar should skip these things, and it's not. Maybe it's because it's the first time or something. I recently had to format my computer, and I know you're supposed to do it every 6 months, but seriously, formatting your computer is hard. Just such a pain because you lose all your stuff. You have to re-download all your drivers. You know, it's just, I hate formatting my computer, but I really needed to. I had a lot of games on there. So my channel's primarily going to be RPGs. I know I have Shadowrun. I have not played Shadowrun yet, and I bought it when it first came out, and there were just so many bugs that I just decided to wait until they fixed it. I have been watching their updates. They have fixed it. So, or not Shadowrun, Cyberpunk. But I don't know if I'll play that. I want to play this for a while and see how it goes. So this is the maze. We are in the maze. And there is a puzzle in here. There's also an answer to that puzzle, and people tend to ignore. I don't know why. Alright. Same thing, we're going to grab pretty much everything we can get our hands on.
I hope you appreciate this.
And then if we do get bogged down, you can drop it, and when you leave the area, you can pick it back up again. And sometimes you have to do it that way because the you're just too, if you're too heavy, they won't let you fast travel, they won't let you leave. But it's weird, it's like broken. They probably need to fix that, because if you just drop it on the ground, they'll let you leave, but before you do, they'll ask if you want to pick up anything you've dropped on the ground. You can say yes and pick it all back up. Right, so here's the books I was telling you about. You can get skills reading a book. There is another secret here. Did we miss it?
I found something.
All right. So if you go into your inventory and you click on your character or whatever character you want to learn that skill. In this particular case, the skill is going to be cleave or glaive. It's going to give you a competence bonus to glaive. Nobody uses it. I could save it for later. What's his face? The priest uses a glaive, but we won't. We'll just do it like this. So you have to just scrolling over. It's not enough. You have to go here on one character and then click info. There's that. You can tell if you've learned a spell after you've done that because it'll be down here. You've learned a new skill from this book. Check what that skill was. Go into your character, go to your abilities, and you'll see the book, and it's right there. Tome gives you a +1 attack bonus and damage to glaives. That's how they work. They're all very specific. There's none that are just universal that I have come across. So they're all pretty specific, and none of them are super strong.
What do we have here?
There's a dude up here in this corner. He's a champion. So the real monster in this place, the one that I tend to have the hardest time with, is this water elemental. And they are just... That water elemental is just nasty. Alright, so like I said, everybody's different. Most people would not grab this stuff. A couple of 100 gold is not worth the wait for them. But it is to me. I like to buy stuff. I like to have that as an option. And any gold is good gold.
Yet another obstacle.
You'll notice we haven't used any spells or scrolls or potions or buffs or anything. We're on normal. We're playing an oracle. We're pretty strong. There's just no reason to. So far. What's happening here is the two people we just massacred were actually mongrels. So he's trying to figure out why they would attack us like that.
I am helpful, am I not?
Alright, so we'll go this way eventually, but we're gonna start in this direction. I thought I disarmed that trap.
I hope you appreciate
Watch
this.
out for trouble.
I am helpful, am I not?
I'm pretty sure there's a thing here, and I always miss it. There we go.
Keep your calm.
Alright, we're gonna do a quick save, because things get nasty pretty quick here.
Knowledge is the key.
Do a couple of buffs. Hope they last a little while.
You can trust me.
Meditate on your mistakes.
Turn this on. This is his point blank shot. I should have turned it on a long time ago. He'll never use
Well,
No reason to pause.
this here.
death is life's final
Doesn't have
and
less or anything.
surprising people.
Alright, let's...
So it comes
We
to
find
this.
trouble? No, they did.
Don't smoke. Real bad for you. So there are some cool things that are coming. You know, in preparation for all this stuff, and just because we needed it in general. We upgraded our internet. That's going to happen on Friday. I'm super excited about that. That's going to be 1 gig of speed and 35 megabytes up. And then we also, you know, I got a better web camera that's coming. That'll have some zooms and stuff like that in it. And so that's coming. It's gonna be a lot of fun. There are a lot of things happening, and we're gonna do some more work on the channel and stuff, make it more appealing. This guy can be a little bit difficult. I imagine he's quite a bit more difficult on harder modes.
Did you see that?
You see, we're doing mad damage and we haven't dropped him yet. Got tagged hard. A ring +1. Hopefully we can identify it. Yeah. And that's why we took Arcane, because nobody can identify that. Why can't we use it? Oh, the Shield of Faith. That'll run off of it. That kind of takes care of the intro to this place.
I found something.
I know there are a lot of people that are really good at this game. I'm just not one of them. I play the game because it's fun, and I try not to take things too seriously. Pretty chill. I'm an older guy, so I want to have fun. I want to be interactive and stuff like that, but geez, what am I supposed to talk about, you know? So,
Last one for me.
so we had to come down this way in order to unlock a door that's up there. It saves some time to just do this first. This guy in particular has a note that's going to tell us how to open a door. Oh no, it was this guy.
I sense something.
And before we deal with the other room,
I will guide.
Heartbeat quickens.
all right.
We will win this war.
So I think I'll save real quick right here, just in case she fails to open it. I really want the stuff in there. I don't know why I want the stuff in there, but I want it.
Not this time.
Oh, she didn't open it.
I hope you appreciate
We had to use lockpicks. Even with guidance, she failed to open that.
I am helpful. Am I not?
This armor's pretty good. I'm pretty sure somebody can use that armor right now. Medium scale. I think we can use it. So it just does a +1 and +2 to insight. Ideally, it would be better on somebody else that could make use of that insight, but this is where that dang water elemental is. We are going to prep the heck out of ourselves for that fight. It is nasty. This is one of the things that I really wish they would update. Instead of having to right click and click use, I wish they had a shortcut just to allow us to quickly use potions and stuff like that. We'll do Bear's Endurance. Less. Oh, I can't. Strength. Over to her and we'll do. And I think. Okay. And then we'll do our buffs.
Open your heart to me.
Always be ready for the worst.
Alright, let's do it. Don't get totally
What's that there?
slaughtered here.
Step on their toes as well.
This thing is such a beast. If he hits you, that's it. And you really have to prep for this battle because it is a hard one. And I know we didn't make it look hard, but it is quite a bit harder than that if you don't prep and stuff. There is a hidden box up here that we're gonna want. Um, +1 bonus to saving throws and spells against cold. Let's give this to... Alright. Oh, did we read that letter? I don't know if you actually have to read the letter or not, but let's do it. Okay, and then we don't have to around with all that stuff. Again, poking's bad for you. Don't do it. We're just going to jump, since we still got a couple of our buffs on, we're just going to jump right into this room. Try to deal. There's a wizard in the back that's a bit of a pain to deal with.
They will break against our resolve.
You are today's sacrifice.
Gonna have him rush over here and deal with that wizard. I know we could play on turn base, but I'm not used to it. I did play Kingmaker. I really liked Kingmaker quite a bit, and so I was super excited when this game came in. But I'm not used to turn base. I know it's supposed to be helpful and better in some situations, stuff like that, but until I'm more used to it, I just think it's gonna hurt.
You won't survive me.
Okay. We already grabbed this box that's over here.
I am helpful, am I not?
Yeah, just standard stuff. Milla is sitting at armor class 4. Something that...
Can't hide from me.
I hope you appreciate this.
Why isn't it giving us the...
There are many roads to success.
Really? I thought we just heard it ding for us. There, this torch, you pull it down, it drops this wall. And I'm pretty sure we just heard it ding. Yeah, perception made. Dang. Bugs. Well, there's nothing really too valuable or important.
I will guide.
Go for their hearts!
Time to practice my combat ability.
Oh, I know, I'm sitting here silent. Hey, Ty. How you doing? The stream look okay? Do some healing.
Does anyone require my counsel?
And
I'll watch your back.
Rely
have
on
to do... Great. Thanks. That's awesome. Glad it's working out. We ran into a problem a little earlier. I was playing the game but forgot to change my scene, so
Now, what is
that was fun. Always some new streamer events going on.
Into the fray.
save the last one for me? This pain is excruciating.
The game really doesn't have a time limit per se, except on Act 1. The act we're in now. When we're at the beginning of Act 2, you'll see. There's a time limit that we'll have to rush to get things done.
You can trust me.
And that's the only time that I've really seen that we have to really rush to get things done. If you don't, then they start getting some real consequences for actions.
Do not waver. I'll just sit here.
Oh, one-shotted. Dang it. We are just getting brutalized in this stream. Jeez, that was nasty. You know, I should probably make you a mod sometime, Tineasy, that you can help me with my chat and moderations. That would be cool. I do have a mod bot that already helps with that, but it's always nice to have a real person help with it. Alright, so I'm going to individually select her and have her run around because the mapping with these NPC times is crazy. They'll run right over the trap to get to the disarmed.
Am I not?
We missed, you know what we missed? We missed the key to the puzzle that we're heading to right now. But if you go back a little ways, I won't do it, but if you go back and you look on the left side of the wall, you'll see some portraits. And they're color-coded. And that code, that color coding is the key that you need to unlock this puzzle coming up. There it is. Oh, us greedy, take everything we can get our hands on.
I am helpful, am I not?
There's some half plate. That's nice. And definitely half plate. We're sitting at 6. That's going to jump us to 8. That takes our AC to 20. And she'll lose a dex, but I don't think she's in that dex range yet anyways. Max dex 4. Oh, yeah, she is. We don't want her to lose it. How about her? 6 and 7. She'll lose armor class, but she X. Give her armor class. Let's see if it's... No. So, that's the end of the usefulness for that armor. What level are we right now? We are level 2. We just started the game. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked on things.
Keep your calm. The time for words has passed.
I imagine this Earth Elemental would be quite difficult on a higher difficulty, but he's really not that hard to handle on normal. There's no need for us to rest at the moment. There's nothing that is super dangerous. I like our guy's voice. He sounds like a grumpy guy. Even though we chose wise, he just sounds grumpy. That's kind of what we wanted. We wanted that old, lawful good guy that's like doesn't tolerate stuff.
I hope you appreciate this.
This is where we're going to go and get this sword. No, we don't get to a boss for a while. This is all still kind of introduction stuff. And this is the first puzzle that you run into in the game. And like I said, the key to this puzzle is actually on the wall just a little ways back. Like, if we went, I believe the key to the puzzle is right here. A bit earlier. It's against one of these walls here. Maybe this room? Yeah. No. Here it is. Here it is. You can kind of see the pictures right here. So if we were in this room, here's the puzzle key right here. Yellow, blue, red, yellow. That's what we're dealing with right here. So if you just kind of keep an eye out, they don't really throw these puzzles at you willy-nilly. There is a way to solve them. Though I still haven't found any clues to solve the musical one. I don't know where they got that. There's a little scene where she goes freaking out about this sword. Yanelle is kind of an important character. So this is her sword, and she was this super powerful, influential crusader back in the day. So you're trying to figure out, why is the sword way down here in a dungeon? The sword can be upgraded a lot, and it gets pretty powerful. But you'll use some other weapons while you're waiting to power it up. I won't be using the sword, but Celia will be using it.
Am I not?
Because she uses a long sword. That's what it is. Right now, it's not overly impressive. It's just a long sword. It's got the the cold iron and masterwork attached to it.
Focus on the goal.
That's it. Now we can run all the way back other side of this corridor that we were. Well, here it is. Wow, I really got to run all the way over here. No. I guess I'll just run it, because I can't remember where it is. Right? I'll just run it. I can't remember where this spot is.
Stop learning.
Yeah, that's really cool. I would like to get some earbuds myself, instead of wearing this big old headset, I could just have some earbuds in. I think it would be better, but we'll see. There are other things. There appears to be a little bit of a delay still. I thought I took care of that, but apparently I didn't. There's still a little delay between what I'm saying, what you're hearing. I could go through and fix that, but I think I'd have to end this stream and stuff. So we'll just leave it as it is. It's one of those things, new streamer, you're going to make mistakes and stuff. I don't need those protections on there, though. I'm not doing any kind of competitive work. These are the only demons you've fought so far. They have damage reduction. They're not that bad, but they can be. If you get some bad rolls, they can be pretty difficult, but they're really not that bad. All right. So now that we went through the other direction, remember we had to go into the basement to get the note that unlocked the door. We went into that door and we found a guy with keys. That key unlocks this door. Without it, you cannot get in this room. It's magically. And this takes us to the end of the maze. Oh, it's very fun. I think you would like it a lot. I think you should definitely try it. Give it a play sometime. I strongly recommend it. Anybody that likes role playing, likes creating their own character, making their own choices, that is definitely the focus of this game. It's fun. They did the same thing in Kingmaker. They just improved it in this game. And it's a lot of fun. So we're getting our mythic path is coming up right now. Don't smoke, it's bad for you. We're getting the mythic path that's coming up. Another choice for the mythic path. Remember, we got the angel that opened up for us when we picked up the light sword. This is the area you'll have the option to take the demon. So if you're wanting to select a demon, this would be the area where you can start opening up that path. You rush in, you got the demon here. He's making these are the mongrels that live down here, and he's making them eat this body, right? So that they take onto their darker side. Pretty twisted stuff. You succumb to your rage, you'll open that. We don't need to open it. We definitely are not going to be demoned. You can, I know there are a lot of people that like to do the 100% completionist and unlock all the paths, even though they're not going to choose them. I'm not one of those people. So we're just going to go with Angel. And they're all like, oh, you hurt him. How did you hurt him? That's crazy. And of course, remember, Wandalog bailed on us because we showed the light to the chief. And here she is. She's part of this whole messed up cannibalistic nonsense going on down here. And she betrayed us. We are going to take Lan and attack her. We're going to get everybody else to attack her. Except, maybe we'll have Camilla go attack her as well. Yeah, it worked out for the best. And you can hear me pretty well then? The new mic is working well? So we dropped Wendeleg, and she calls in for some help. And these little demons can be a big pain in the butt because they come in and they flank us right away. We're playing this playthrough for the story. The next one we're going to play for the challenge. And I can only imagine how hard some of these fights are going to be. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know.
What else are we supposed to do with you? You're not just
So,
a traitor.
you know, I skip a lot of the text and stuff because I've been through it so many times. But basically what's happening is he's like, you know, go ahead, kill me. And Lan's like, I trusted you. You find out that these two had some kind of relationship. They were like, you know, with each other, but not in a relationship. Kind of like friends with benefits. We keep having a wound on our chest from the very beginning of the game. That's what this inspection of the wound. Every time we use a power or something, it opens up. And, yeah, so you can inspect the wound. And then here, you're pretty much asking her what her motivations were, why she did all this. And then you have the chance to change your mind again and take her. If you do, I'm pretty sure Lan would leave. They are polar opposites. Lan's good. Windalog is evil. She's neutral evil, I believe. You can attack her, but I think, if I remember correctly from watching and reading, she comes back into the game later on. So we'll just say, leave, I don't want to see your face anymore.
Do you think I like looking at you?
She's gone. But
We don't know. We don't know how the wound got there at this point in the story. At the very beginning of the game, you start off, you're hurt. uh, and they drag you into the middle of this festival, and they're like, "Ah, this guy is hurt real bad," and the wound just keeps opening and closing whenever we use powers. And as you progress through the story, you find out more about why that is. So we killed the big demon. We did the big boss fight. Now all the mongrels come back and they're like, "Oh, you did it. That's so great." And then you can kind of go through here. We're pretty much like, you know, the resistance. We asked this chick how her leg is because we found her with a hurt leg. And then we can make some statements here. This place needs to be burned in holy fire. That's the only thing that would have made that statement better is adding whippersnappers at the end. Right? This place needs to be burned in fire, whippersnappers. That's a game I really enjoy, is The Witcher. I liked them all. I have all the games for The Witcher, and they are just fantastic. They really are just great games. So we got a glaive, and if you remember, we got that book that gave us the benefit to use the glaives. We could grab it now. It's a +1 glaive. It's not bad. We could use it right now, and it would be better than what we're using. We're not going to. We're going to stick to our Holy Avenger, you know, two-handed sword concept, even though it's silly. I'm going to do it. Yeah, the coughing. That's why I have this thing on there. I know a lot of people take off the cover, but my coughing, my breathing and stuff, nobody wants to hear me doing ASMR in the freaking microphone, being all old and stuff. I didn't even know what it was before Twitch, man. I'd never heard of anything so crazy. It's cool. I mean, if that's a thing, but it's definitely not my thing. Okay, so somehow we got healed. Did it give us back our spells too? It did. We did not rest. It just like gave us all our stuff back. Epic. So we're gonna go up these stairs. It's gonna start another scene. You can see this guy that's paid us 1,000 gold to take him. I think he would have come with us anyways. So it's like, why not take the money? Because he comes, you know, and it's not like we're doing anything with him. We don't have to protect him or anything. He just gives us money.
Keep your calm.
It looks like a message. I'm gonna have to turn my profanity filter down or something. Really? They blocked LMAO? I have to change that filter. It's way too strong. What's going on here?
There are many roads to success.
So these are all the people in here fighting a bunch of demons. Since we've started the game, this is the most demons we've seen. You got this massive half-orc paladin, Erebeth. I totally think she should have been a companion of yours. She's so beast. And she's the lover of this chick, or the wife, actually, of this chick, Eva, that we were escorting through the tunnels and stuff.
By the goddess, Nebi.
Everything's fine. Let me introduce you to my...
So, you know, basic introduction. Where are we? What are we doing?
I see that you had a different...
We are in a keep, and they are defending themselves. The situation in the city is messed up. Everybody's fled or dead. What's the situation with the Wardstone? Why are the Wardstones so important? Wardstones are pretty cool. We'll get more into that in just a moment. She doesn't really give us any information on any of that stuff. So she's gonna say, you know, go. If you wait for a minute, they will go and engage in this battles for you, which is good and bad. And normal mode, Normal mode is like, we need that experience. We don't really want them to get too far ahead of us. But if we were playing on a harder mode, I think I'd let them do the fight.
Do not waver.
Maybe. I don't think so, though. I've looked at the list of NPCs, and I don't think you can.
Performance is lacking. You are lacking. Is this a mock?
So again, this is one of those things where it's like people are going to be like, why are you taking everything? But that's me. Take it all. All me. There is a little door here, and I cannot tell you how many times... Hold on. Let's do guidance on her. Cannot tell you how many times I have failed to open this door every dang playthrough. Oops.
I hope you appreciate this.
So you can see we are all encumbered now. And all we're going to do is get upstairs, and then we're going to drop this stuff. I think. No, we're not, because we have to go downstairs and upstairs again. We'll be all right. I got to remember what the if it's just slowing us down, then we will keep it on us. If it's actually hurting our stats, then we'll drop it. I don't know. He's going for them, but we should really go this direction.
Make every strike count.
And there is nasty mage back here.
Cross the wrong mongrel.
There's a demon. Remember, that one has damage reduction. And these guys, there's that mage. We really need to deal with that mage. Oh, we got hammered in this fight. But it's over. We can drink some potions. Go back here and grab all this stuff. Leave no item behind. Alright, all these doors are locked. If you're wondering why I'm not opening these, all these doors are locked. All these weapons and stuff, they're pretty much worthless for us because they're not magical or anything. The only magical piece we have is this Crypt's Raider, and nobody can really at the moment. Checking to see if we picked up anything worthwhile. And it does not. Got prayer, which is nice. Doesn't look like we really got anything super powerful. We'll use our magic before we use our potions.
Keep your wits about you.
See, doesn't he sound epic? Just sounds so cool.
Well,
We'll make Camilla heal herself. We'll go through and have her do healing on hands. And we're good to go. Oh, encumbrance. So, slower fast travel. Slower travel in general. And you get fatigued earlier. We're not going to be here long enough to get fatigued. And if we are, we can just rest because we haven't rested yet. And I'm not too worried about the slowness. I'd rather keep the money. Oh, Up we go. This collapses. You do end up coming back here at a later time, and all these locked doors make more sense. I think... Oh, this chick is pretty cool.
What's this? Do we have guests?
I like her. She's cool. She's a demon.
Just in time.
And she has some kind of relationship with Stanton. He's a dwarf that's been traveling with the advanced party that's been fighting.
Minago, the one who...
We could be chaotic, but we're not. We're good.
No, stop.
And she's basically just confirming that they did have a relationship. She's like, you know,
They will break against our resolve.
come back to me, stuff like that. And he's getting all moody. He's like, I'll kill you, blah, blah, blah. All right. There's the big one. We are nearing the end of this maze, and we'll finally get to go back to a town. You can see another one of the issues. The body fell into the floor, or it's underneath the floor, and I just forgot to grab it. Don't know if we really need to buff here, but let's do it anyways. We won't do super buffs with all our potions, stuff like that, but let's do a couple.
Doubt is the heart's greatest
Alright,
challenge.
let's go.
The mongrel did it.
That's the ward stone that they were talking about and asking about before. This part's pretty interesting. These ward stones prevent demons from, like, taking over the entire area of wherever these ward stones are. It got a lot of powers to prevent them from doing stuff.
There isn't a soul that can resist the temptations, so you have a choice. Especially when you've already
And it was such a...
They've done much.
Yes, yes, of course, you're right.
well, quite
Prepared.
So,
make me.
again, this is just a back and forth between you and this really cool demon. And then you have another demon option here to come to your rage, or we'll do what we did last time. We'll go with the angel path because we are going to be an angel. We're already angel kin. So there's angel blood in us from the Aasimar. Oh, because we showed the light, her cultists are like having doubts. I didn't think there was anybody that could do this. You know, this is crap. I'm done with this.
To our side, friends.
We'll see how tough
Now,
you really are.
we are incapable of winning this fight. But if you go right after her, she'll eventually pass this. If you want some extra experience, you really gotta go after the other people
The light take you.
You are today's
and try to deal with them first, and then deal with her second.
I'm tired of playing
Oh,
around.
never mind. Still didn't get it. And that's it. That's the intro to the game. What that section was. Oh, I'm glad you like the graphics. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's fun.
Praise Iomedae.
There are games that have stronger graphics, but I like it.
Stand up to the demoness. Her spells were too strong.
This is just kind of an overview. What happened? Where are we? What's the situation? You know, do you have any plans for what we're going to do next? Tell me why the wardstone was so important, since you didn't tell me the first time I asked. And then, is there anything I can do to help you?
There's another problem. And one last.
And, okay, I've got it. Everything is clear.
May the goddess help you. We're still fighting, which means that cannot. Yes, one more.
I'm glad you like it. I really am. It's a fun game.
It's our house.
A lot of fun to take part in. So that kind of takes care of the intro to the game. We are not going to stop streaming just yet. I think we'll push an hour or two more, but I have to get some more coffee and stuff like that. So let's take a quick break here. I won't be very long, and then we'll come back and we'll keep going for a little bit. Okay? I will see you guys in just a second. All right, so we're about to jump back into our stream. I got my coffee, I got all my stuff done, and we're ready to go. I had to make another pot of coffee. I didn't let it percolate because I didn't want anybody to have to keep waiting forever, you know. Nothing's worse than that. So it's going to be pretty strong. Beefy coffee. All right, let's jump back into our stream. I'll remember to change the scene this time. Don't smoke. It's real bad for you. Just don't do it. Um, see? So this is our little private area. There's a couple of things we have to do here, but we're going to get pretty familiar with this area for a little while while we're dealing with this chapter. This is a private personal chest, but what we really need to do is we need to talk to her. She's going to give us a quest, and then there's another quest we need to get from this dude. This is the part that I was telling you guys. There is a time limit here. And you need to be mindful of that, or you'll lose a lot of opportunities here. So Stanton, just to give you kind of a heads up, he betrayed the whole crusade for that demon that we saw earlier. And, you know, he fell in love with her. She's acting like she loves him. But there's a lot of debate on if demons can love or not. And then I have no idea how this story ends out, by the way. I haven't made it that far. But everybody treats Stanton really bad because of what he did. And instead of being murdered by the queen, she basically demoted him, forced him to stay in the military, and now everybody treats him like garbage. We're lawful, but this is kind of a harsh way to look at things. So we can do the lawful, which is basically saying that the queen let you live, and she's allowing you to serve her. There's honor in that. Find it. You know, stop dwelling in your own nonsense. Oh, you know what? My chat vanished on me. So hold on, just if you're saying stuff and I'm not responding, that would be why. There we go. Okay. So he tells us about the storyteller. Now, anybody that's playing Kingmaker before would know that this is a character from Kingmaker. The two games are not interlinked. You don't have to play part 1 to play part 2, and vice versa. In fact, I would encourage most people that want to play Pathfinder to start with this game. But Pathfinder Kingmaker is also very good. But they do some overlay from time to time. They reference Kingmaker. They have characters show up and do cameos. So there's some overlay from time to time. This is our first attempt to get to know Camilla. I do not know Camilla's story. I don't know any of the stories. But as soon as you ask her about this amulet that she wears, she's like, peace. I don't want to talk to you anymore. And then you can tell her she sounds like a noble. And you can get all like prim and proper, which is what we're going to do. Or you can get all mean and you could be like, you know, your noble birth doesn't give you the right to treat me like trash. And then this is the thing I'm always careful with. You don't belong in my party. I've never clicked it. I kind of get the impression that they're going to give a confirmation, but I'm a little nervous that they won't. So maybe I'll save it and do that sometime. Because I'm pretty sure you just kick them right out of your party. And if they don't do a confirmation, kind of out of luck. Let's get our money from this guy for escorting him to the surface. And then he's going to have another job for us, which is to go to his home that he can collect some personal objects, and his home's been infested with demons. Again, we can kind of ask him for more money. He's offering us another 1,000 gold to go there, and this is kind of a harder roll for us because our diplomacy is only 10. But let's do it. Let's try. Give us more money. Nope, we failed again. Like, nah, dude, nothing, punk. All right. We go back here. There's this dude. He'll tell us about Coldwater, which is this little city or Chili Creek, I'm sorry. You ask him, I could use a cleric. Like, nah, sorry. This dude right here is weird. I do not know this whole story, but he is hunting this chick that he says is part of the demons. That she's like a sympathizer for them or something to that effect. And that's how he got wounded. Failed our knowledge. I have no idea. He's a hunter of evil stuff, and the chick he's hunting is pretty interesting. We will run into her soon, so I won't give away too much of that. We're gonna go downstairs.
Focus on the goal.
I'm getting still feedback thing here. So this is the dude we're gonna talk to, but before we do that, I want to unlock the secret door that's right here. Oh, you can't. I'm pointing at the screen. It's right here. So we're gonna unlock that secret door first. Trying to collect everything that's in here also. Alright, so I don't know if they have a hint for this code or if they just expect you to go through the variations, but it's down, down, up. And yeah, I'm definitely getting some strange feedback on my headset here. I thought it was... Oh, yeah. It's down, down, up, and then you have to push this button. It's behind the shield. That opens up this door. Oh, you found a purple heart. I like your purple hearts. And we get our first real super helpful magic item, which is Allure and Charisma. We are a charisma-based character, so this is going to help us quite a bit. Especially early in the game. Now we can go talk to this guy. A lot of people like this guy. I don't know how to say his name. It's like Wolflong or something. There we go. Woljif. He's a thief, kind of. He's kind of like a weaker version of Camilla. He's a thief mage. Uses magic, learns magic spells. He's okay for a second, but as soon as we can out him, there are some better characters that I really enjoy traveling with. He's not one of my more favorite ones. He's locked in the dungeon. He says he's willing to help us if we can get him out. You're like, I can't get you out of the dungeon. Let me, feedback is pretty nasty. So, before we do all that, let's go sell. No, let's not sell anything. Let's wait. Collect everything. Let me save this. And then we'll reload it. Maybe that'll fix the text pretty. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It does not sound like a... Sells scrolls, but more importantly, he sells an item that we need. He's got the amulet of natural armor, the bracers of the wizard, but this is what we want. This item can go with Camilla and give her another +2 to her AC because she has the ice plant hex that we picked up earlier. So it's 93. We're not going to be able to afford it right away, but yeah. Then there's this. You don't hear the game? Let's see. Double check here. Okay. So let's talk to this chick. She'll give us a dagger. There's not a lot of sound going on right now, so that could be why you're not hearing it. There's some music in the background, but I have it turned kind of low. All we're doing at the moment is listening to their argument, which she's arguing about Crusaders. She's a weird looking chick too, if you look at her. She's like a Dampier or something. You ask about the war, why she knows so much about the last war. And then here, you can say, you're wrong to treat the Crusaders the way you are. Talk about, I love debates. If you can pass this check, which I think we can, we only need to roll a 4 or higher. If you can pass this check, she'll give you a pretty cool short sword that you can use. And we failed it. Dang it. There's no way we're going to pass that. Let's reload that. That sword is really helpful. Missing it like that sucks. I'll cast guidance for. Yeah, I must have rolled pretty low. 4 or under easy, so. We'll try it one more time. If I fail this time, we'll stick with our guns on it. Give it to me. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I cannot believe we failed that again. Alright, I can't argue with you. Fine, we'll leave. So, let me check that roll. That was crazy. Diplomacy check. How are we failing this twice in a row? Show it to me. There it is. We rolled a 1. A natural 1 on that thing. And the DC was 15. Ouch, man. Dang it. Should we reload or should we just accept our fate? Let's reload one more time. Yeah, we'll try one more time to get this sword. It's a cool sword. It's got like flames on it and stuff. It's really neat. But if we don't get it, we gotta move on. It's cheating. I feel like I'm cheating at this point. Alright. Keep fingers crossed. We're not gonna ask all these questions. We're just gonna go right to the check. Alright, give it to me. Plus 11. We got it. Finally. Alright. So she just basically says thanks and stuff, and then she gives you this sword. Let me show you why I was fighting for this. Oh, and she vanishes. Let me show you why I was fighting for that sword. Here it is right here. This isn't for us, but look at what it does right away, right? It does 1d6 plus 1 damage right off the bat. Then it does an additional 1d6 points of damage. So just equipping this weapon, you're going to do 8 through 18 damage, and it's going to have a critical between 19 and 20. And it's considered a plus 1 weapon, flaming sword. So it's a solid weapon choice for the beginning of the game here. This is the guide. Since we're on normal, we could rebuild if we wanted to. If you're on the higher difficulties, I understand you cannot do that. Waldruff, that dude we just got, Waldruff can use that sword. He fights 2 weapons. He usually fights with a 2 daggers. But we'll find a magic dagger later, and then you can also equip him with that sword, and he'll use the 2. So you can create your own NPCs. I understand that it's sort of like Kingmaker. They don't really have a personality or a background or anything, but I could be wrong about that. And then you can retrain your companions as well, or yourself. It does cost a little money if I remember right, but we'll ask her. There's a tiefling chained up in the basement, wants to help us. Okay, go get him. And then, what's our main objective? What are these ward stones? Allow me to ask you a few personal questions. Where are you from? Tell me about your wife. Because, you know, that makes sense. And tell me about Eagle Watch. Small order that they do. And that's it. All right, now we can go sell. Did we talk to her on the way through? No, we just... So she's going to give us another location. That's really why we're talking to these people right now. Their stories are okay. I strongly recommend if you're going to play the game, you go through these a little more carefully. As I said, I've done this several times already, the beginning anyways, and so I'm kind of speed racing through these. But once we get further into the game, I'm not going to do. I'm not going to race through. Let's sell this stuff that we've got here. We leveled up, so we can do a lore check. We passed and tell him that the medallion he's wearing is a particular god, showing that he's a cleric. Who are you? Are you really a vampire? Because everybody calls him a vampire. He's not one. Not even a Dampier. Then you can ask him about this area, and he gives you the location to the wine cellar. And then, like, he says all that stuff, and for some reason you have, I see you're not one for talking. He's been talking the whole freaking time. All right. We're going to sell all the junk. We'll come into our weapons. We'll sell everything except that sword and that glaive that we picked up earlier. We're going to get another NPC eventually that can use that magical glaive. If he doesn't start with one already, it's not a bad weapon for the beginning. All this stuff that I picked up. And you can see it's not adding a ton of money, but it adds enough. You know, we can go buy that amulet of +1. This is the reason I try to pick up as much stuff as I can, is because I like to buy stuff. One of the things, we don't need this armor again. I don't think there's anybody that can use it, and by the time we get somebody that can use this armor, there's better armor available. This is a good time to sell it. And then, have any magic. These are components, or ingredients, I should say. We can get rid of all these inflict wound rolls. I don't use them, so they're no good to me. And that's that. Now, there is a bag of holding pickup. You can check to see if he's got any items. These gloves are okay. If we were a wizard. Dark Omen. I'm not a fan of ray spells, and that's what this is. Amplifies ray. You can buy some ingredients. I'm gonna buy this recipe. Alright. Got our bag of holding, which is going to increase our stuff that we can carry. As you've seen from the stream, I am crazy with the carry stuff. Yeah. Okay. We leveled. Let's do that real quick. This is our first real level, because level 2, don't smoke. It's real bad for you. Look, I'm coughing and this is the first real level. Level 2, you didn't get very much. It was just kind of a click and done with it. We're gonna increase our points. And then when we come into level 3, we are going to take Cleave, which I don't use as much as I should, but we're going to take it anyway. Because we don't have a high enough attack bonus to get multiple attacks. And that's going to give us multiple attacks if we kill somebody. In this one, we're going to take Weapon Mastery. And what this does is it gives us improved critical, greater weapon focus, and we don't need to meet the requirements to take these. We just grab them. That's the Weapon Mastery that we're taking. And it's going to ask us for the weapon focus right now. We already know we're Greatsword. Greatsword. It's for the whole group. All inventory is shared. All inventory is totally shared. And here we are going to take Bless. Now this is another area where the person that created this build, who I didn't take his build, I kind of added my own stuff, but we disagree on spells here. Bless is far more useful than what he had originally taken. So we disagree. All right, that takes care of that. Now we'll do Lan. And Lan we just let level up pretty much automatically for a long time. This is one of the areas that I kind of don't like. There's not a lot of people that shoot at him. He's in the back. I would prefer them to take deadly aim right away. But they'll take it eventually. Going. He picked up Kai Strike. Nice. Why aren't we getting Spirit Hunter? I can't remember if we let her auto level or if we change her. Got Dodge. Dodge is pretty useful. Could get weapon focus. Let's get Dodge. It gives another AC bonus to her. I don't know why it's making me open this twice to get character images. Armor focus. Oh, good. Yeah, she could get heavy armor focus. Might as well. And see, then it goes into this. So let's go back. Let's not take top auto 11. Take weapon focus, longsword. And here we don't want sickened, fatigued. There's just not enough at the beginning, at least. There's not enough people that make you. And if they do, you can use your heal. So you can use. What in the heck is going on? Oh, I think I. No. The game is just not happy with me right now. Don't know why. It's been bugging out a little bit. Let's. I think I crashed here. Or it's locked up on me. Yep. All right. Well, that's not a sign. I don't know what is. Let me see if I can fix it. I'll be right back, and we'll try that way. Let's go into this screen for now. I can chat with you while I get this set back up, because it is letting us. Let me save it, so it's not going to much there. It won't let me open up any. Have to hard crash this. Just crazy, you know. You didn't miss much, Tineasy. You just missed the you missed the stream crashing a little bit on me, which I'll have to play around with later, figure out why that's happening. I don't want to make people wait. And if I can't get it fixed, then I'll just end the stream now. But I don't want people to think that, you know, I mean, this sucks. Nobody wants to deal with this. but I am a new streamer, and this is going to happen. And it is not letting me bring this game back up. In fact, there we go. Yeah, it's a no-go. All right, guys. Well, this has been a lot of fun. You know, I was able to save the game. I was able to get things going for a while. I will kind of mess around with my settings and stuff when I have more, free time that we're not streaming and I'm not sitting here doing all that stuff on stream. Because, come on, that's kind of irritating, right? Nobody logs on to say, like, what is he doing? He's just standing there. But yeah, this was fun. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I'm really glad that, some of you guys were able to stop by and chat with me and talk with me for a little while. Hopefully this works, and we'll just keep going with it. I've got my schedule up. Oh. Hey, thanks for the follow. That's very cool of you. Thank you. So yeah, I've got my schedule up. Check it. I'll be streaming again, and I don't put an ending on the schedule, because if things are working out, we're having a good time, then I will I'll play longer. I don't want to limit myself on how long I stream, but it's not about the shortness, it's about the length. If things are going good, it's going good. That's kind of it, guys. I don't really know how to sign off. I'm not going to do any rating or anything like that. I mean, but this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed myself. Thanks so much for being part of the community and joining with me today. I hope to see you again tomorrow, and I will talk to you then. Thanks, everybody. Take care.